Hello and welcome to all you Librans. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for Libra March 2016. And you have an eclipse in your sign. So let's get started with that one. Although I think the solar eclipse is more significant when it comes to in general on a collective level, of course the lunar eclipse for you Librans is a bit more significant. So it's only in this video for the Librans that I put a bit more emphasis on the lunar eclipse. It's on the 23rd, but you'll feel it during the whole month and maybe already a bit in February. And what is this all about? So a lunar eclipse is about having the moon in your sign, which is fantastic, and having the sun in the opposite sign, which is the sign of Aries. And it's happening on, let's check the degrees, because if you've got planets around the very beginning of Libra, so from 0 to, let's say, 6-7 degrees of Libra, those will feel it the most because the eclipse is on 3 degrees, the 3 degrees of Libra. So, but in general, if you have a sun or an ascendant or a moon in Libra, you will feel this a lot. And what is this all about? So the moon is with you, so it means moon represents our needs. And who is going to claim those? Well, you are going to claim your needs, and you are going to be having your emotions on your sleeve, but not in a negative way. Of course, that shows itself in a significant relationship. So you, which is the first house, towards the 7th house of Aries, of relationships. But even if you would not have a relationship, this is about maybe a business partner, or this is about maybe a colleague, or someone that is very significant for you at the moment. There is some kind of a culmination here, because that's what, it's a full moon, but it's an eclipse. So eclipses are like that. If you have been feeling that you were a bit off track, you've been put on track again. And so if you've been fulfilling your needs, if you've been not putting other people's needs first, very well then, this will not be a very difficult eclipse for you. Now, if you have been, which is a bit, again, I mentioned this a lot, don't I? If you have been putting your needs not firstly, then you will have the opportunity here to adjust this, to make adjustments there. So it's so probably it will be a time where you consider yourself being in an emotional way maybe, but you saying, look, this is what I need in this relationship. Sorry, but I have needs too. It's fantastic. I'm supporting you, but I need to be supported here as well. So this is a huge, for some of you, this will not be so significant, but especially the ones who've got these, from 0 to 10 degrees, it can be a bit of an emphasis on what do I need here? And not in a narcissistic way of, it's all about me. No, it is needed here to put your needs a bit on the forefront, and to maybe adjust a little bit the boundaries between you and another person. And so that you don't get into these dependency relationships, codependent. I'm needy, or you are being the needy person, or they are being the needy person. You know what I mean? That's not the ideal relationship. That's more like a parent relationship, and you don't want that. You're an adult. So big adjustments for Librans for their relationship. So there's an opportunity for you to just, if you felt that I've been a bit off track here, it's an opportunity to stand your ground, to say what you want to say, and to make the adjustments. So and do that, take that responsibility. Otherwise, with eclipses, the universe will do it for you, they always say. And but there's other things going on as well when it comes to, I think, when it comes to work. because the solar eclipse is in your 6th house of Pisces, which is your day-to-day work, which is also health, you know, and also pets. But I think for most important, you know, if I do these general horoscopes, it will have to do with some sort of an ending and a new beginning. The solar eclipse is about, and the eclipses belong to a certain Saros family. If you think, Veerle, what are you talking about? I'll put a link below here that explains a bit more in depth the astrology of the Saros eclipses. And this eclipse is about, well, both of them actually, are about transformations, are about separations, endings, and new beginnings with new situations and new positive new outcomes. So that could be for you on a level of pets, maybe a new pet there, on the level of work, or on the level of your health. There is some things that are transforming here. Now, the significance of this solar eclipse of the sun and the moon together in Pisces is that it's together with Chiron, which is the wounded healer, is that it's together with Saros. Saros is the asteroid about nurturing. So there are paths that you let go that might be a bit painful for some of you, but they need to let go. Again, some of you will let go of an old job. Some of you will let go of some patterns that you're doing day by day that belongs to your routine and that are not healthy for you. Maybe some of them are going to decide to start all over again when it comes to a specific routine in that is very demanding maybe at first, but that is necessary for you. So lots of letting go that is not nurturing in you anymore, which is Saros, and that is maybe now a bit painful for you. Maybe you are in a situation of work that you're saying this is too painful here, and there are unprocessed pains related to that. But the Pisces new moon and the eclipse is like helping you to release that. And this goes very well with Jupiter in your 12th house, which is where the North Node is. So it's like the North Node is like forcing you to let go, forcing you to, the 12th house is the house of letting go, is the house of releasing, is the house of contemplation, meditation, yoga, whatever, spirituality as well. That's where you're heading at. And very nicely in combination, you've got this Mars Saturn in your 3rd house. This shows that there is possibility of putting a lot of energy towards learning. Maybe you are learning a new skill, maybe you are learning a new course, or maybe you are about to teach others. Because the 3rd house is the house of learning, it's a very mental house, and Mars is there for quite a long time. So for the whole month of February, but it revisits it. And it's a process up until, let's say, August, September time. So maybe you are starting a new course now. It's a good time to do so in March. But be aware that it will demand tremendous amount of effort for you, because Saturn is there as well. So maybe you're a younger person, or maybe an older person, doesn't matter, who starts something new to learn, any skill, you know, from maybe a course in language to a driving course to a course IT, a course of Reiki, whatever that you're learning, that could be related to that releasing in your 6th house of your day-to-day work. There's space now. There's space for new things to learn, new ways of communicating, but in a very slowly but surely process. That's Mars and Saturn at its best. At its worst, it's frustration, so don't get frustrated if things are not going too fast for you. If you are learning something new and it's not really working out, or it's just not what you expected, you will readjust, because Mars is there, as I said, for a very long time around that area of talents, which is 2nd house, and the 3rd house, which is learning. So good time for you Librans to start something new to learn, to start a new way of communicating, a bit more watching yourself, what you are saying. because Mars and Saturn together is, again, at its best. It's mastering your actions, mastering your intentions, taking responsibilities for what you say, and not just saying something because you're saying something, because it will backfire on you. So the third house is a very important house when it comes to communication. So, and we use it in our relationships, we use it in our at work. So with Mars and Saturn there, shows that you're going to work very hard to improve the way that you communicate, to mature also, you know, whether you are 20 or 60, you are going to mature when it comes to how you communicate towards other people. Also your environment, siblings, count to 10 when these people can trigger you. Don't fall into ego struggles with them. Again, count to 10 and slowly but surely adjust the way that you speak, the way that you write, the way that you communicate. Having said that, I wish you a very good month, you dear Librans. Make the best out of that eclipse, and see you next month. Bye-bye.